Hello everyone, my name is Alexander McGowan Davis and this is my project over Alice in the Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass by Lewis Carroll. The first copy, Alice in the Wonderland, was originally written by Lewis Carroll and was published in 1865, though since that time there has been many remixes to the book which has spiraled Alice in the Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass, which was published later in 1871. Next, we have some background information to the book. This book in particular is a story about a girl named Alice who returns to this fantasy world with strange riddles and these complex creatures with characteristics such as humans. This place is known as the Underland. In this version of the book, Alice discovers a mirror and finds out she can go through it after seeing a butterfly go through it also. Alice then takes it upon herself to travel back in time to save her friend the Mad Hatter and also to save the future of the Underland. She does this because the evil Red Queen has a grasp over the Underland. Alice was brought up in a Victorian household and has a very curious personality, and her imagination is very active. She is described as kind and loving. She is well-mannered and polite to everyone because of her education, social status, and upbringing in Victorian times. Alice is also very determined and purposeful. Alice is extremely confident in both her present and future as she enters adulthood. Alice is likely a feminist because she strongly supports equal rights. Alice is additionally widely faithful to her companions. The Cheshire Cat is known for its wicked smile and its capacity to vanish then return freely. Cheshire Cat is also said to be Alice's spirit guide. She seems to like him, and he occasionally assists her as she tries to get around Underland. The March Hare is a smart, busybody with no sense of common sense. He presents as nervous and flighty, however prefers to have tea gatherings. In this sequel to Alice in Wonderland, the Mad Hatter, who is typically portrayed as a very eccentric, neurotic, and jolly individual, turns out to be quite the opposite. Throughout the majority of the book, the Terrant Hightop was depressed as a result of his family's sudden disappearance, and it appeared that he had fallen ill. It wasn't until Alice informed the Hatter that his family was alive, but kidnapped by the Red Queen, that he was able to go find strength to save them and quickly recover. The Red Queen had forever been viewed as a pain person. This is because of her short temper and tendency to execute the residents of the underworld. This ends up striking fear into most people who cross her path. Before the unfortunate incident with her sister Morana from the memorial was revealed, little was known about the tyrant's past. It is said that Morana lied when she said that her sister had left crumbs under the bed. This led the Red Queen to be upset and run out of her house in a panicked state. This then caused her to trip and knock her head against a town square statue. This is what caused the Red Queen's hilarious head and her cement-deep scorn and sharpness towards, not as if were her sister, but to everyone that wasn't herself. The White Queen has continuously been known for her kind and meek behavior, as everyone in the Underland is very affectionate to her delicate heart and readiness to stand ground for her companions and subjects. In this spin-off, be that as it may, we get to see into Morana's not-so-blameless past. Granted, the lie that she told on her sister, which included falsely accusing her of hiding the crumbs under the bed, was a fairly innocent one. It would lead to the permanent disfiguration of both inside and out of her elder sister, also known as the Queen of Hearts. Up until the sequel to Alice in Wonderland, Morana would continue to deny her actions against her sister, which in turn would make her sister not so innocent after all. In this novel, there are many themes. The most important one is growing up as well as size and growth. Alice changes size constantly when she first goes down the rabbit hole. First, she is too large, then she becomes too small. These changes are a connection between size, age, as well as maturity. These size changes occur constantly because she is a growing girl. The author wanted to present that all kids grow up and that growing up is unpredictable and makes you sometimes feel a little bit awkward. To add on to this, another theme that can be considered is the loneliness that tags along with growing up. Alice considers her cats the only companions who kept her company. Also, when she went through the looking glass, she searches for companionship and understanding from the others that she meets. Another theme that is shown in the storyline is curiosity. Throughout the story, Alice is always searching for the truth. To conclude, the book closes with Alice encountering the White and the Red Queen. Due to Alice reaching the chessboard's end, Alice receives her own crown of queenhood. She then rises and shines in her home and contemplates whether she had imagined these experiences or, on the other hand, assuming she was really the fantasy of another person's fantasy. So, in the end, the lesson to learn from this book is that though you are unable to alter your past, you may learn something from it. Thank you all for listening to my presentation.